Today we're having a look at the Wurkkos FC13. So this is running Android version 2 and it's got 3400 lumen rating with a range of 239 meters. This runs on a 18650 battery, and you can get this in like a kit, or I would recommend buying something like a Samsung 30Q or better. Because the supply battery I only measured 1980 lumens at turn on, and that's pretty poor. To sell a 3400 lumen flashlight, and you're almost getting half of that with a supply battery, which is pretty poor. You've got USB-C with C2C support and a power bank function. Nice large side switch, and you've got the RGB lighting. So with Android version 2 you can do a few things with that. I won't actually go over the Android UI in this video. There's lots of videos already out there and it just takes too much extra time, and most people that are viewing this video and following me are already familiar with it. So yeah, you've got the orange peel reflector in there, and around the outside you've got a nice orange stainless steel bezel, which is great. You've got a new LED I have not had before, which is the SFN43 in cool white. So that has 9 individual dies. So you've got a very nice design. I quite like it anyway. You've a nice matte finish, so it's really good. A lot of their other lights are a very smooth, sort of slippery finish, so that just adds a good amount of grip to it. You've got lanyard attachment point, no magnetic tail on this one, but it's a nice flat base to be able to tail stand it. Then you've got your dual-sided clip. Just onto like the negatives quickly, just run through them. It doesn't look like Wurkkos are selling this model with the SFN43 LED anymore, I'm not quite sure the reason why they've pulled it off the store. The one thing I did show them in my graphs is that the lumen levels are completely different in the manual than to what I tested. So you've got like the turbo, and then on the Android version 2 you've got 7 levels below it, and level 7 is rated in the manual at 1700, and I measured just under 1000, and just everything under that just does not line up with what their specs are. So at the default temperature settings of 45 degrees Celsius, it steps down at just 10 seconds. And that leaves you with an FL1 standard rating, lumen rating of 1125. I sent a message off to the SoFern, my SoFern contact, because like SoFern does all the testing and they build the Wurkkos models, and I asked them, what is the temperature settings that you test on the Android UI in your laboratory? And they said, we test at the default settings. So when it's stepping down at 10 seconds and the FL1 standard is a measurement at 30 seconds, there's a bit of sort of deception going on there, because there's absolutely no way possible that they're measuring 3400 at 30 seconds, you know, when it's stepping down pretty hard at the 10-second mark. They're probably just recording that at turn on, which it is unfortunate, especially when on the 45 degrees Celsius limit it drops as low as 127 lumens. So it's you know, and then sort of hovers around 200 lumens, which is, you know, that's pretty poor. Being honest here, is you're selling the public a rating of 3400 lumens that lasts 10 seconds and then drops down as low as 127 lumens. That's pretty bad. I just believe like this SFN43 LED is pretty insufficient, and it just runs too hot. So it's going to be good. Like, I was in contact with Wurkkos, and they said they're looking at a 6-volt booster driver with the Cree XHB50.3 high intensity LED, so that should hold a nice high output there. At turn on with a Samsung 30Q, I measured 3095 lumens, and then I installed a second tail spring and got almost 500 lumen increase there. So that went from 3095 lumens up to 3570 lumens at turn on. And you know, so anybody that's sort of picked this up, you can do a nice simple mod there. Pop out the spring, put a second one in, and drop it back in there, and you've got a 500 lumen, almost 500 lumen increase. But yeah, the beam profile on this is not that great, but it's pretty much the same as the Cree XHP, you know, 50 and 70 series. Is you've got a nice white sort of hot spot, and then around that is a ring like the corona, very yellow, and then the spill spreads out, and it's like a sort of a white with a hint of purple. So it's not the best out there, but you know, there's better LED choices they could have gone with. But yeah, I really love the design and the RGB lighting, but that's about where it ends for me. So I do hope this was helpful to some people, and even though they're not maybe going to sell this LED in this model anymore, at least it just shows those that actually pick this up how it compares to others. Yeah, so, you know, as always guys, thanks for watching.